So our boys over at Sony did a little bit of interior work on the PS5 controller. So let's talk about it. It's your main man, Mighty Albert, and thank you so much for clicking on this video. I know it's been a little bit of a long time since I posted a video. I just really been going through a lot of personal things with some life-changing events. Nothing bad or anything like that, but you know, stuff that's been overwhelming me a little bit. But I'm really happy to start recording videos and making content for you guys. And I'm really excited about this video because it's finally about something really good and really positive. So thank you guys for sticking around with me and waiting for me. If you're back, if you're a reoccurring viewer, thank you so much. And if you're not a reoccurring viewer and this is your first time on the channel, welcome. Subscribe and hit the bell if you really like this content. But without any further ado, let's talk about what Sony has been doing behind the scenes with our awesome PS5 controllers. So what I have right here in front of me today with me, I have two PlayStation 5 controllers. This is the white PS5 DualSense, that's what they call it, right? Yeah, it's the DualSense controller. And you know, it's your standard PS5 controller. This one is actually not even mine. This one's my brother-in-law's that he had me take a look at and try to figure out what was wrong with it. It wasn't really turning on for him, but I actually ended up being able to fix the controller. Maybe I'll do a video on how I fixed the controller and hit the particular issue that was pertaining to him. But this is the one that came with his PlayStation 5. And I have right here another PlayStation 5 controller that I bought myself. This is like probably the coolest freaking color ever. I love this controller. And this is the newer SKU of controllers that they came out with several months ago. And it came in blue, purple, pink, and like a really funky red one. I actually have that red one too. It was part of like the Cosmic series, but we're going to take a look at an article that was posted about a month ago online, and we're going to read through it a little bit, and we're going to dissect, and we're going to talk about this article. So we're here on WCCFtech.com, where they have an article on a YouTuber who posted a video. So let's read this article and then we'll talk. So the new PlayStation 5 DualSense controller features some improvements over the original controllers, such as stronger springs for the triggers. A new teardown video shared by TronixFix on YouTube highlights how the new controller comes with stronger springs for triggers, which should make it harder for them to break. The video also highlights some changes made to the analog sticks, but it is not yet clear if these changes affect anything such as stick drift issues. So first off, if you're really into the nitty gritty and really want an in-depth teardown of that, I totally recommend you check out TronixFix's video. It's sick. He shows you the different springs. He shows you the analog changes. It's a really dope video if you're into that stuff like I am. But the reason why I'm even talking about this in particular is because there is a way that you can see which model of PS5 controller you have. Do you have the one with the issue, or do you have the one with the fix? And the one with the fix is out for the white, the Cosmic Red, the black one. It's just a lot of those controllers don't have the fix implemented, and there is a way that if you do end up buying a controller that doesn't have the fix in it, you can find out which one does and return it and just get the one that has the fix. Quick tip though, a safe bet is if you do buy the new SKU of colors like the blue, the pink, and the purple, they're almost guaranteed to have those fixes on it. But we're gonna just double check and make sure, and I'm gonna show you how you can double check and make sure, because these controllers are a lot of freaking money, okay? And you wanna make sure that you get the one that is fixed and that is better and that is gonna last you longer. So I'm gonna just show you real quick the back of both the PS5 controllers, the white one and the black one. Now, like I said, the white controller, okay, was the one that came with my brother-in-law's PS5. So it's, you know, guaranteed it's most likely going to be the one that does not have the revision done to that controller, okay? And I'm gonna show you how you can tell. So I just wanna make sure and just be really clear and upfront with you that if you're going to check your PS5 controller, the one that came with your console, it's guaranteed going to be the controller without the revision done. So it is what it is. It's not like the controller is crap or anything like that. It's not like the controller is not going to be useful anymore. It just means that the springs and the hardware inside your controller is not the best that it can be, okay? There's a reason why Sony made those fixes in the first place. I think it's a great thing that Sony just went ahead and fixed it, didn't really make too much noise about it, just kind of just said, yeah, we realize that the controllers, the adaptive triggers, they could use some work, so we're just gonna implement these changes, and from now on, we're just gonna make them with the revisions done into the analog sticks. Even though there hasn't really been that many reports of stick drift or triggers screwing up, at least not for me. I haven't heard anybody. I know a lot of people who have PS5s, and there hasn't really been any issues with them. So we're looking at the back here. Now, looking at the back of the white one, you're gonna see that the FCC ID number, okay, it's AKA blah, 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 blah. We're not really worried about the first several numbers. What we're worried about really is if you look at the back and you see the CT1. Now, if your controller FCC ID number has a 1 at the end of that ID number, it's not the controller with the revision, okay? This is the first printout or the first distribution of SKU of, you know, of the controllers, right? It's the first one. So no, that controller will not have the revision. But now you could tell by looking at the back of the blue one, okay, the FCC ID number, the AKA blah, 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 the CT1 at the end of that one is an A, okay? If your controller has an A at the end of your serial number, your FCC ID number, congratulations, your controller has the revision done, okay? And this is important, okay? So if you go and you buy another white controller, or you go and buy that nice black one, or even the cosmic red one, there's a good chance it's gonna say FTC1, or you know what I mean? It's just gonna have that serial number where it's gonna say a 1 at the end of it, and it's gonna be the controller that is not revised, and you're gonna have the older springs, the less durable sticks, okay? It is what it is. It's not that it's bad, it's just they're not as durable. Like I said, there's a reason why they revised these things. So if you do have one that has the TC1, return it, get another one, try your luck at a controller that's white or black or red that has the A at the end of it. And if you're really, really concerned about the controller being the revised version, just go ahead and buy a blue, a purple, or a pink controller, or just wait a little longer for those SKUs to kind of go away and just be bought out or recalled or whatever, and then you'll know that you'll have the revised version in your hands, and then you can play your PS5 to your heart's content and be a little less worry-free about any of the sticks crapping out on you or the triggers. But most importantly, besides having the best springs and hardware inside of your controllers be the best that they can be, the one thing that is going to upkeep the life of your controller is if you regularly clean it and maintain it with some isopropyl alcohol, a microfiber rag, get a little toothpick and clean in between the cracks, like I did for my brother-in-law's controller. It had a lot of junk gooped up in here, and then the buttons were all sticky. Even his microphone button was really, really sticky. And you know, if you have kids around, they mess with the controller, they put on their YouTube videos, and they got food all over their hands. You know, it's life, okay? That's just what happens, you know? You can't keep your stuff super clean all the time. Things happen. So what you got to do to combat that is just take care of it. But that's gonna do it for this week's video, you guys. I hope this one was pretty helpful. I thought it was. I thought it was important that you guys know about this little change, because I mean, for me, it does matter, and I do like to keep up to date with all the latest in tech, whether it's just little hardware upgrades or defects that you need to know about to save yourself some money, because with prices of these things keep getting higher and higher, you want to make sure you get the most for your money, especially in 2022, man. Things are super freaking expensive. So thank you guys for watching. If this video helped you guys out a lot, please don't be afraid to give it a thumbs up. If you didn't like it, give it a thumbs down. I appreciate the feedback. Leave comments down below. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. And like always, guys, I will see you in next week's video. Peace.